Hi there, welcome to O'Reilly Maths. In this video we're going to be looking at illustrating sets using Venn diagrams. Now this comes under the number strand of mathematics and we're going to be looking at the concept behind this idea. So the first thing you need to know is that a Venn diagram is used to sort data. Now data is just another word for information, and the Venn diagram was invented by a man called John Venn, and basically it consists of circles or closed curves like the ones you see below. Now before we go into the details, what I would like you to do is to have a look at the two circles here. The two curves. This one here represents odd numbers. This one here represents numbers more than 10. And I'd like you to decide where you would put all of these numbers below. Which closed curve would you put them into? So you can take a minute now to pause the video and try and do that. Okay, so what you should have found is that the number 3 is an odd number and it goes in here. The number 3 is not more than 10, so it would not go in here. The number 5 is odd, would go in here, and the number 1 is also odd. The number 12 is more than 10, 24 is a number that's more than 10, and 16 is a number that's more than 10. And none of these numbers are odd, so they would not go in here. Okay, now I'd like you to pause the video and try the same exercise again with the numbers below. Okay, well, what you should have found this time is that the 3 would go into the odd numbers, the 5 would go into the odd numbers, the 24 would go into the numbers more than 10, and the 16 would go into the numbers more than 10. But then you're left with these two numbers here. Now the number 11 is odd number, but it's also more than 10. So where would you put it? Is it in here or is it in there? And then the number 8, it's neither odd nor more than 10, so that wouldn't really go into either circle. So the number 11 kind of goes into both, and yet the number 8 doesn't go into either. So the question is, what happens now, and how do we use our Venn diagrams to show this? Well, what we are allowed to do is we are allowed to overlap the two closed curves like so that they're overlapping, and there's this space in the middle that's in both sets. So the set of odd numbers is the curve. The odd numbers is this curve here. And then we've got the even numbers. Sorry, the numbers more than 10, which is this curve here. And now what we're going to try and do is place the numbers in the correct position. Well, we'll place the 3 is an odd number, and it's not more than 10. The 5 is an odd number, not more than 10. 24 is a number more than 10, but it's not odd. 16 is a number more than 10, but not odd. 11 is a number that's odd, and it's more than 10. So 11 goes in this middle area here, that's in both the odd numbers set, and it's in the numbers more than 10 set. And then finally we're left with the number 8, which doesn't go into either set. So what we do is we put the number 8 outside them. But what you do notice is that the number 8 is inside this big rectangle. Now this big rectangle on the outside, this big rectangle here, is known as the universal set. Now you can learn about the universal set in another video, but the universal set is the set that includes everything that you're talking about. So inside the universal set we have all of these numbers here, and we have the number 8. And we would denote the universal set by the capital letter U. So that is how you would illustrate sets using Venn diagrams.